Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Tonight, now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Jazz. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. The starters for the Utah Jazz. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. And looking at the Nets, Williams is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And at this stage of the season, Doris, it is safe to say we know who the true contenders are, right?
Kevin, I would say yes for the most part. But we have seen play-in teams from either side of the bracket make a deep run. And I don't want to rule anything out. We tip it up for a reason.
And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Markkanen. Simmons pulls it in. Over in the corner, Williams. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Simmons. Stolen by George. With the drive. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. George has got the game going here with the first basket for the Jazz. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Johnson with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Williams' shot is off.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Sexton the pass to Kessler. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Kessler always looking to score down low. A nice finish inside.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Here's Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Colin Sexton is a scorer. It doesn't matter if he's on the interior. This guy is determined to capitalize.
It's Williams with the drive.
And he slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? The Jazz working the ball around now. Poke loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Sexton against Claxton. Williams passes to Claxton. Williams kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it inside. Again, the miss by Williams.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, just 6'2", but the vertical for Colin Sexton. Nicely done.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Raptors.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
Simmons passes to Johnson. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Nets trail by 8. The shot from the low post is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the shot is good.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Collins finds Kessler. And the rejection by Claxton. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. So both teams making some changes here. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the layup falls.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Milton the pass to Johnson. Back to Milton. Driving to the basket. And so it's the Utah Jazz with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Jazz leading by 6. And so in the game for the Jazz, Sexton is the point. Clarkson is in at 2. Filipowski's out there with Drew Eubanks. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
When a team Doors is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. And the former Net, Vince Carter, here tonight in the Brooklyn crowd.
And he's just always so calm and collected. Even with the Nets trailing, you'd never know it from his demeanor.
Nets trail by 5. Pass to Milton. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Sensabaugh. Can't cash in from close range. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Sexton for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Colin Sexton has proven to be a very capable three-point shooter. Boy, you better be there to contest.
Here's Milton. Shakes him. Utah with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Pass to Wilson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp, and it's Johnson in for Johnson. The Jazz also changing it up. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks. Collins comes in for Filipowski. And it's Mills in for Sexton. On the wing, Milton. He's covered by Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket for Milton.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Shots good by Mills.
Oh, Walker Kessler showing you his passing ability. Nicely done.
Okay, time for an injury report.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. Right in the heart of the season. This is when injuries start to mount. We're going to have to adjust. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
A shot's good for Milton.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
And Mills kicks to Collins. Over Watford. That one off the back iron and out.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
So it's Utah now. It's a three-point game.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Johnson, the pass to Milton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Here's Sensabaugh. Kessler wide open. He fires. What a performance for Shake Milton. He has been the story for the Nets. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes.
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
Big thing for me is their offense. Things are not clicking. Hard to say what's messing them up, but something's got to change.
Might want to juggle that lineup a bit, Shaq. I mean, see if that helps.
Great job, Coach.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jazz trail by 3. Cameron Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Williams. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Jazz shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Find the lane. Find the lane.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
When I think about Colin Sexton, the first couple things that come to mind, speed and confidence. It is what makes him such a good scorer.
Martin's checked in for Williams. Sexton for 3, and the rebound goes to Martin.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The Nets working the ball around now. Finney-Smith kicks to Martin. It's good from long range. Martin's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And the first one drops.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Fires it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Martin's got 5.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside for George. Back to Sexton. Brooklyn with the rebound. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Doris, Ben Simmons has certainly had a turbulent career, hasn't he?
Oh, my goodness. There's no question, Kevin. You begin with some of the injury challenges he's had throughout. Started in his rookie season and has continued throughout some of the years. There's also been questions about the balance in his game. Obviously, perimeter shooting has been a weakness. But the first and most important thing Ben has to do is get healthy, Kevin.
George against Simmons. Another miss by Utah.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Johnson finds Claxton. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. It's Claxton high post. Working on Kessler. Jazz trail by 7. Here's George into the lane.
That is the long arms and defensive prowess of Ben Simmons on display.
Sexton with it. Williams picks him up. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Here's Simmons. The teardrop falls in. And the Nets lead by 9.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
And there's another turnover by the Jazz.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Johnson, he's checked in for Williams. Utah also making some changes. Filipowski comes in for Collins. And it's Clarkson in for George. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
This is what Ben Simmons does, guys. If someone's open, he will find him.
And stolen by Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup. Simmons got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against the Spurs, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
The Jazz making a switch here. Sensabaugh is checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. I guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Eubanks, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. It's deflected, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Finney-Smith.
Well, tremendous job by Markkanen defensively. Use your size to make it tough on that offensive player.
Here's Clarkson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Clarkson's got 5 now.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Simmons laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jazz trail by 14. Pass to Filipowski. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Filipowski's got his first points of the night. Johnson, a wide open look, drills the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 15.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. That one good for 2. And now that's 11 points for Johnson.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Eubanks, no good. Stolen by Clarkson. Markkanen inside the line. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Williams. Collier out there with Clarkson. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Sheboy in at the 5.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Collier. No good from outside. Nets leading by 17. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Clarkson against Johnson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, one of those spark plug guys. You know you can put him in the game, and if he's got it going, he can ignite an offense.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Bounty's checked in, and Martin subbed in for Wilson. Eubanks, he's checked in for Utah. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Offensive rebound. Clarkson up top. A second chance effort. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Johnson down low, working on Williams. Martin wide open. He fires. Here's Johnson. Outside for Martin. Taken away by Williams. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Clarkson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Keon Johnson.
That's a crafty play by Jordan Clarkson right there. And at his size, you better be creative.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nets?
Take a break.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks. Collins comes in for Filipowski. Sexton, he's checked in for Williams. And Georgia subbed in for Collier. Jazz trail by 15. Clarkson goes in. And good that time.
Wow, big time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Johnson dishes to Simmons. Back to Johnson. Outside, Simmons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. The 17-footer. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Clarkson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Over in the corner, Williams. Clarkson against Johnson. 6 to shoot. Finney Smith with it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Martin's checked in for Brooklyn. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
They could use a bucket. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You can see when Cameron Johnson gets his rhythm, he is so effective on the offensive end.
Clarkson against Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Finney-Smith.
Guys, I think what you have to love about Dorian Finney-Smith is his versatility. Skill set-wise, you can play him at either forward position, and in either spot, he's going to give you tremendous defensive effort.
He's off on the first. And he can't hit the second. Jazz trail by 13. George hacks a two-pointer. Count it. Good.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
The Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Johnson.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Here's Juzang. The Jazz with another miss.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
5 on the clock. Claxton. Filipowski grabs the board. Fires from way outside. Offline. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Cam Johnson.